Be happy. That's what everybody says. It's a dogma. Could there be a downside to it? I never believed that there could be a downside to happiness. I can tell you that I was Miss Positive all the time, always with a big smile. Even my employees complained that I was way too positive. And I honestly didn't understand. It was until relatively recently, in my last depression, I don't know, I was never diagnosed as depressed, but now with what I see, I was really quite down. I was really quite down to the level that I was unable to get a shower. Obviously, how was my business? It was a disaster. Everything was collapsing. I was not able to write a blog post, to make a video, make a business proposal. I will sabotage everything in my business. I will arrive late, not reply the email, don't bring the relevant documents to the meeting, forget that to charge the camera. It was insane. But if you will ask me, I will say I'm fine. I am fine. And if you look at me in this photo, I'm in this amusement park with a big smile and my sunglasses, because I wouldn't even let other people to see how bad I was. And I find it really such a great metaphor of how we tell ourselves that we are fine, that we wear these shades that make us actually blind to what actually is. And it all comes from the idea of the law of attraction. To attract what you want, you have to be happy. But the trick is you have to. And that's the problem, is in labeling feelings as good as and bad. So in this video, I'm going to invite you to stop being so positive that it becomes toxic. Because being so positive, in fact, is ruining your business and your life. Just think about it. Do you have these symptoms? Are you hiding your true feelings? If you are really angry, you don't say it. No. You might lose a relationship. Are you trying to just get on with it and you dismiss your emotions? It doesn't matter what's going on. It doesn't matter, I need to cry. Well, I just keep working. I'm hard. I'm tough. I can do it. Do you feel guilty for having any negative emotion? And you know, I'm using that word negative. Fear, anger, resentment, blame. You feel guilty for having these negative emotions. I can tell you, I've been there. Minimizing other people's experiences with, it's fine, it will pass. Many of us women fall into these traps because we're nice. So let's be honest. Raise your hand if you have been acting like that. Acting is like if you were okay, but inside you are not. If this is the case, this video is for you. I have created it so that you can change this. Stay in this video to the end because I will invite you to have a conversation with me, because I have created slots in my agenda to have conversations with people who I could be helping. This is female entrepreneurs who are intelligent like you, who are hard workers, but they are feeling that they are reaching an inner ceiling where the marketing is not working and the hard work is not working. And it's an inner ceiling here. So stay until the end. And for now, I'm going to walk you through how you can get out of this toxic positivity. The first step is awareness. So the awareness is, are you falling into this cycle? This cycle is the toxic possibility cycle, the thing that keeps it growing and growing and growing. First, you feel bad. And see that bad, this encompasses many things. It could be sad, angry, in blame, in fear. You just feel bad. And then you think, oh my God, having a pleasing personality, being a good girl, the law of attraction, social restrictions, corporate expectations, whatever you want, I must be happy. I have to be happy. I cannot cry in this situation. I cannot shout in this situation. I cannot express my feelings in this situation. I have to be happy. I have to. So then you feel worse. You feel bad for feeling bad. And this cycle just repeats itself, repeats itself, repeats itself. And the I must be happy has lots of negative behavioral consequences. That is when we go into retail therapy. That's when we hang out with people who are really bad for us, who are also in the I must be happy. So let's get drunk. Let's watch Netflix. Let's get all these superficial things that will anesthetize the feeling of feeling bad, because they are in the same cycle. And magically, these kind of people are not successful, are getting ill, because they are in this cycle of positive, toxic positivity, and they keep you in the cycle. So you create an environment full of things that you don't need, objects that you don't need, projects that you don't need, and people who drag you down by their artificial smile. It is so painful. Are you there? You don't need to please me. You need to define if you are there. Because you do not need all these shoes. You do not need all these superficial conversations. You do not need all those movies. You need something completely different. So first, awareness. Are you in this cycle? So where is the door? The door is here. The door is terribly easy to tell you, but it takes courage. It takes courage, and it takes a decision to say, I don't want to be here. So what you need to do, I tell you, it sounds very easy, is to surrender. Yeah. I'm angry. I'm sad. All feelings are welcome. All feelings are a miracle. All feelings are welcome. Sadness, anger, frustration. When you allow the feeling to be, when you allow the feeling to come and to be, when you allow it, I feel the feelings like little children living in our psyche that are shouting and shouting and shouting and shouting. When you have a little child and you don't pay attention, the little child is going to explode in the most inconvenient moments. Instead, if you take that little child in your psyche and then you listen, you feel the pain, you feel the feeling of that feeling, you will be able to take relevant action. See these inner children, see these feelings as indicators. So are they an indicator of something real, like you need rest? Are they an indicator of something real, like you need to stop that codependent relationship? Something real, like you need to get alone, something real? Or are they an indicator of something also real that is more subtle, something that is in your psyche? Are they an indicator of old trauma? For me, that big depression that I tell you about where my feelings were indicators of all trauma. Because I surrender, I went and do my inner work. And then I found my skeletons in the closet, meaning those stories that were really old in my family, in my own personal life, that I needed to make peace with. Because I cannot change the past. I just need to look at it and say, you're no longer going to direct my life. Past, I forgive you. Past, I learn from you. Past, I let you go. And then by making this unconscious conscious, it no longer controls me. It informs me, doesn't control me. And with that, you can have a completely different destiny. With that, you can be a completely different person in your business, for your family, in intimate situations, because you are not controlled by something that you keep repressing. Now, how can you do this if you are connected to online all the time? Well, you can't. So I invite you to just, switch off your television. If you can, throw it away. Reduce social media. Make a social media fasting. If you can, get out of social media. The idea is that you generate silence. Silence. Of course, when you think better, you feel better. But sometimes you're not able to ask the questions that are the best questions. So just silence will allow you to think better. To think better, silence is really powerful. To think better is also very good to be in the position of the observer. Think quantum physics and think that you are two things at the same time. The observer in the laboratory and the little particle. So your mini you is a little particle, the one who is upset, the one who says, please buy from me. And the guy who is in the codependent relationship with the bad guy and who cannot run away. And you're also the observer. You are the grown-up. You are the person who knows. And you are the person who can influence experiment. So be that observer. Even stand up different and observe yourself feeling that anger, shame, fear, and see the infinity. See what you have to learn. See what the little mini you, the little particle, needs to learn. Detach from the drama. Detach from your drama. And that doesn't mean that you don't feel the drama, but you're just detached. When you see this, you will connect to divine. Even if I talk to you in very quantum physics terms, this is the closest to divine. In fact, this will allow you to see that God doesn't call the qualified. God doesn't call the particles that are doing really well. Qualifies you by going in the journey. So yeah, you feel bad. Yes, you feel sad. Yes, you're going to do your inner work. You realize, but you need to move on. You need to take action. You need to feed yourself. You need to water the plant. You need to feed your children. You need to send an email. You need to make that phone call. You go and take action without expectation of success. So success is not linked to you being happy or sad. And taking action is not linked to being happy or sad. You can take action calmly, with ease, in the midst of your emotions. Yes, I am sad. And in this sadness, I am going to cry this evening. And in this sadness, I am going to make this video. And it's really powerful because the moment when you really embrace your authenticity and you say, ladies and gentlemen, I am writing this blog post in the middle of my sadness, you will be able to connect more with people. So I told you it's very easy to say, surrender, ease. But it takes a lot of courage and power to be able to do that, because you need to do your inner work and be at peace with this crying child. So if you feel inspired to do this inner work with a person who has been there, I invite you to have a conversation with me, because you might be a very good fit to my dear program, Unleashed, where you will reconcile with your past and you will open the door to everything that you are wanting. If you feel the connection and the need to talk to me, I will be delighted to talk to you. You can go to blancavergara.com/yes. There will be a tiny questionnaire so that I can see if you are a good fit to work with me. And if it is so, then we get together, we have a conversation, and we start working together. Because we want more people who are awake, and we want role models to see a different way of doing business. Have a wonderful day. And of course, please do like this video, share it. We want less and less toxic positivity. And we want more and more authenticity. We want more and more ease. Have a wonderful day.